simply wonderful, Charlie. Then I'll look forward to seeing you very soon. Right. Fine. Goodbye. Charlie Hackett is in town with his son, and they're on their way out.
That'll be a treat for the entire family.
Oh, it doesn't happen very often.
Neither does the 7-year locust.
Well, this time it is a little different.
Yes, we're both older and weaker.
No, seriously, Charlie is here in an official capacity.
How's that?
Was an officer of the Minnesota Publishers Association. I submitted Katy's name for the Betsy Ross Patriotism Award.
And she won?
And she won.
Oh, she will be thrilled.
Now, Katy doesn't know anything about it, so let's keep it a surprise.
Good. Oh, that'll be her.
We'll just have to put up with Charlie until after he's given her the award.
Oh, what a price to pay. We're in for a long lecture on how the country's going to the dogs.
Oh, yes, and how every other congressman is in the employ of a foreign power selling out democracy.
Come in, please.
Hello, Katy.
Oh, I would like you to meet my new friend, Comrade Irina Teraskova of the Soviet Embassy. Do come in and have some tea.
I must only stay a moment.
Oh, do come in.
You can stay long enough to have some tea. Miss Teraskova is new to our country.
But you can't catch me.
I bet I can.
I didn't know we had company.
Hello.
Steve, Danny, this is Miss Teraskova.
What'd you do that for?
I have a small brother just your size.
Then why don't you kiss him? He only lets me kiss him on very special occasions.
Just like my little brother. I miss my family very much.
Are you new to this country?
3 weeks.
Miss Teraskova is from the Soviet Union. Well, isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Come, let's fix some tea.
This rather complicates things for the award.
What award?
Katy's won a patriotism award.
Neat.
I don't want to seem inhospitable, but I certainly hope that Irina leaves before Charlie Hackett shows up for the presentation.
Charlie and son. Tell me, Glen, he can't be as bad as his father.
Perhaps this is not a convenient time.
Oh, not at all. You're most welcome.
I do not want to embarrass your employer.
My friends are always welcome in Mr. Morley's house.
Having a mutual interest in art does not make us friends.
No, but it is a good beginning.
Still, I do not want to intrude.
Irina, you're being oversensitive.
After all, he is an American congressman, and the official party line is anti-Russian.
Well, there is no official party line. As a matter of fact, there's no official party.
Please. I am not a child. It was a mistake.
Now, Irina, give us a chance. We're really very friendly people.
And why, you old son of a gun, you look great. Absolutely not a day older than when we were in college.
Oh, yeah? Have you seen any college kids lately?
Mrs. Morley, you look just marvelous.
Thank you.
Bruce, I want you to say hello to Mrs. Morley.
How do you do?
And I want you to give Mr. Morley a good big handshake. It's not every day you get to shake hands with a congressman.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Bruce. This is my son, Steve, over here.
Hi, Bruce.
Oh, I see we have more guests. Tea will be ready shortly.
And this must be our star performer.
Oh, Katy, a surprise for you. Mr. Hackett is here to present you with the Minnesota Publishers Patriotism Award.
Oh, that's marvelous. I did not even know I was being considered.
Well, your congressman saw fit to place your name in nomination. The committee agreed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morley. Oh, Mom and Papa will be so proud. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so excited I forgot my manners. Mr. Hackett, this is my friend Irina Teraskova.
How do you
Hi,
do?
I'm pleased to meet you.
This award, it is from the government for patriotism?
It's for patriotism, but it's not from the government. It's from private citizens. Sometimes it takes private citizens to know what patriotism is.
Well, now, What's the procedure? Is there some sort of ceremony?
What do you mean about the medal? No, I just confirm it, then we send it on to you.
Oh, that is somewhat like the awarding of the Order of the Red Star.
The Order of the Red Star?
Mr. Raskova's from the Soviet Union.
Soviet Union? Well, that took courage.
What?
What, to escape? I mean, that's guts when a person puts her life on the line for freedom.
Mr. Hackett, Mr. Raskova did not escape. She's here on a short visit on official business for the Soviet embassy.
She's your friend?
Yes, sort of our own cultural exchange program.
Glen, you're kidding.
I think I go now.
Oh, no, please.
Yes, please. Congressman Morley?
Goodbye, Miss Taraskova.
Please don't go away angry.
Let's go into the living room and sit
You're
down.
not being fair. You must not let one person...
We cannot really be friends. We are too different.
That is not so. Well, we have some different opinions, but we have many things in common. We're both human beings.
And oil and water are both liquids, but they do not mix. Thank you for offering me the tea. Goodbye.
I expect there are a great many things you want to see in Washington.
Yes, Dad wants me to see all the monuments and stuff.
That'll be very instructive.
Hey, sit down here, Miss Morley. Yes, I'd like to take Bruce around myself, but wouldn't you know, at the last minute, a whole satchel full of business came up. I was sort of hoping his congressman could take him around.
Well, Charlie, I'd like to, of course, but I'm afraid I have a satchel full of business myself.
Perhaps I could show Bruce around.
Oh, that's wonderful of you, Katy. Maybe Steve would like to go along, too.
That's very good of you, Miss Katy. I think it would be doubly impressive for him to see those historic things with a patriotic award winner.
Yes, I imagine it would.
And Bruce, I want you to listen good. Learn what this country's all about. There are too many people who don't appreciate it enough.
Oh, you're right, Mr. Hackett. Too many people have a tendency to take it for granted.
Well, we'd better appreciate it, or somebody will come along and take it away from us. And you know who.
You'll forgive me, Mr. Hackett. I've got one of my terrible headaches coming on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Morley. You still got those headaches? You had them last time I was in town.
Yes, so I did. And they do go away eventually. Just like the last one did.
Well, Bruce, what would you like to see first?
Less federal spending. Right, Dad?
That's my boy.
When you think of what Washington and his men went through during the Revolution, and now we consider it a hardship just to climb the monument. And now, boys, a most unusual treat. Something most sightseers overlook.
We're not going in there, are we, Miss Holstrom?
Yeah, Bruce, we are.
That's the Soviet embassy. It's Russian territory. So what? I bet people have gone in there and never been heard of again.
I don't know about people, but at least a dozen telephone calls from me have gone in there, and I've not been heard of. Let's try to find out why.
Yes?
I would like to see Miss Irina Taraskova, please.
What is the nature of your business?
Oh, it is personal.
There is no personal business at Russian embassy.
Would you please call Miss Taraskova and tell her Katy Holstrom is here to see her?
Miss Taraskova is not on duty at present.
Oh, could you give me her home address?
I do not have that information.
But she works here. What do you do in case of an emergency?
What is the emergency?
Well, it's really no emergency.
So,
You are being deliberately difficult. What possible harm could it be in giving me her address?
Katy, that man over there, wasn't he at one of Dad's parties?
Mr. Salinkov!
Oh, Miss Holstrom. What brings you here?
I'm trying to get in touch with Miss Irina Taraskova.
Miss Taraskova? Just a moment. Немедленно дайте товарищ Тарасков's address.
Да.
Товарищ Petrova will assist you. Please give my best regard to Congressman Morley.
I will. Thank you.
До свидания.
Here you are.
See, boys, in America, it pays to keep your temper and have patience.
And know someone with influence.
I must admit, I never expected you to make such continual efforts to be friends.
Well, I feel it's really worth the effort.
No disrespect intended, Miss
Taraskova.
Miss Taraskova, but you people certainly make it hard to be friends.
Talk like that does not make it any easier. We must start by finding out what we have in common.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, both our countries began with revolution.
That's true, Stephen.
They were both called revolutions, but actually they were quite different.
In what way?
Ours was a glorious uprising of the oppressed masses, while yours was a revolt led by capitalistic and economically entrenched upper class who did not want to pay their taxes.
Baloney.
Hey, man.
Where did you ever get such an idea?
In school.
Well, I'm afraid it is not quite correct.
And how do you know otherwise?
I studied it.
Of course. In your school.
Yeah, in our schools.
It is only natural that your schools will teach the official government interpretation of your revolution, no matter how distorted.
Oh, it is not distorted.
If we are ever to be friends, you must admit the truth.
I cannot admit what is a lie. Well, surely you have seen.
I have seen only what your government wants me to see, the model city of Washington. But I know elsewhere how truly terrible conditions really are.
That is simply not so.
And this is what you advocate? That we sit down together and you tell me many lies and try to propagandize me? No, Miss Holstrom. Go back to your congressman and tell him that you have failed in your mission. I will not be disloyal to my country.
Well, they are just going to have to put another stop on the sightseeing tour of Washington. Once you've seen the Lincoln Memorial by moonlight, you simply must see Katy Holstrom by candlelight.
Thank you. But I do wish Katy Holstrom would learn to keep her mouth shut by sunlight.
You're still stewing over that little tiff with the Russian girl?
Well, it's more than a tiff. It's a matter of principle, and I violated it.
Would it violate any of your principles to fix my tie?
How is it I can teach Stephen and Danny to tie a bow tie properly, and you can never learn?
Well, they don't have the same vested interest in not learning that I do. Oh, the table looks nice. I hope you have a good, strong chair at Charlie Hackett's place, because when he leans back to laugh at his own jokes, it is goodbye, Mr. Chippendale.
He has plenty to laugh about today. I'm sure Bruce told him everything.
Oh. Hey, you've only got 5 places.
Well, I did not set a place for your mother because in about 3 minutes she's expecting a headache.
Well, either your watch is wrong or her headache is a little bit early.
Well, Glen, did you hear about the great experiment in international relations today?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry it didn't quite work out.
Well, at least that ought to convince you, Katy, you can't do business with these people. I wish some of our diplomats could learn that.
Well, Mr. Hackett, the work of diplomats talking and negotiating may seem useless to you, but, well, it keeps the way open for future understanding.
Oh, don't be naive, Katy. You can't talk to these people. It wouldn't do any good.
Well, as long as people are talking, at least they're not fighting.
You've got to fight for what you believe in.
The only thing fighting proves is who's the stronger fighter, not who's right.
Maybe you don't disagree with the Russians as much as I've been giving you credit for.
Now, wait a minute, Charlie.
Well, what's the matter to think?
Steve, if you and Bruce are through, you're both excused.
Okay, Dad. Come on, Bruce.
Charlie, I did not like that last remark.
Well, Glen, I know you wouldn't have anybody in your house who isn't a loyal American, but if I didn't know that, wouldn't it look suspicious? Now, before I can confirm this award, I'm going to have to insist that you give up your friendship with this Miss Tara Stroganoff.
Charlie, this is America.
And I intend to keep it that way.
What is that?
Boys, there must be some trouble.
Come on, knock it off. Bruce, come on, stop it now, stop it.
He started it first. He hit me.
Is that right, son?
He called Katy a communist.
Is this what you wanted, Mr. Hackett? Does fighting solve things?
At least it separates your friends from your enemies. It's up to you, Miss Holstrom, if you want that award.
Let me look at that.
No, it's all right.
Thank you very much for defending me, Stephen.
That's okay. I just wish I could really believe that you were right about trying to sit down and talk together.
And you do not?
Well, it's hard to believe after what happened with Irina today.
Stephen, it takes time and great patience. We must not give up. Good morning, Comrade Petrova. Katy Holstrom again.
Yes?
I would like to see my friend, Irina Taraskova. Room 6, I believe.
Comrade Taraskova cannot see you.
But I must see her. She's my friend.
If you are friends, then why did she leave explicit instructions that she is not into, Miss Holstrom?
Because we had an argument.
And are no longer friends.
Stoy! Mouchy, stoy!
I'm sorry about the other day.
It is all right, comrades. This young man is a friend of mine. So you are determined to see me. And will use any means to do so.
It was my idea, Irina. Katy didn't know anything about it.
But why?
Well, because if Katy feels this strongly about something, I just trust her to be right.
Thank you, Stephen. Let us try trusting each other. I know there are many things you believe about our country that are wrong.
And you about mine.
Well, that is possible. But let us start with what we agree on. I want to be friends. Do you?
Good morning, Mother. That must be Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Bruce?
What, Glen? Well, we're all packed. Has Katy made up her mind about the award?
I think she has. Come in.
Good morning, Mr. Hackett. You've met my friend, Miss Taraskova.
Miss Holstrom, I came for your answer. I have a feeling I know what it is.
Mr. Hackett, I'm sure you feel what you do is right.
I guess your country doesn't mean much to you, does it?
How dare you say that to me? I love my country as much as anyone. The difference is I have more faith in it than you do.
Mr. Hackett, I have a small gift here. I had intended to give Katy, but somehow I think you should have it.
I don't want any gifts from you.
Let me show you something.
Propaganda, no doubt.
Actually, yes. Revolutionary propaganda. Katy, you read it. My English is not so good.
This is getting absolutely ridiculous.
When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds which connect them with another.
That's the Declaration of Independence.
Thank you, Irina. It is a beautiful gift.
You mentioned it the other day, and I decided to read it. I must say it is rather good, as far as it goes.
Oh, boy. Come on, Bruce. Let's get out of here.
Goodbye, Katy. And Steve, I'm sorry. Really.
That's okay, Bruce.
Goodbye, Bruce. Good luck.
Miss Terskova,
Yes?
do svidaniya.
Do svidaniya.
That means goodbye in Russian, but I never expected him to take the effort to find out.
Hello, girls.
Oh, Mrs. Morley, your headache is gone?
All I have to do is to hear Charlie Hackett say goodbye. and I'm a new woman.
Well, hello. What's so funny?
A letter from Irina.
Oh?
No, she said she had a very pleasant trip home due entirely to the superior design of the Soviet aircraft in which she was flying.
Same old arena.
And she has many fond memories of her visit here to America.
Oh. Well, I think that is very nice.
Well, there's more.
Oh.
She said she learned a great deal from me about being friends with everybody. But I'm wrong. There are certain people you cannot be friends with. As a matter of fact, there are many people you cannot be friends with.
All right. Who are they?
The Chinese Reds. Because they just do not want to be friends.
Tonight at 8 Eastern, only a rare blood type can save a scientist's life on the Flipper Hour. Then at 9, an exciting look at the issues and events shaping our world on the 700 Club. Now stay with us for the Patty Duke Show next on CBN.